You make six figures. But if you lost your job today, how long could you survive? A month? A few weeks? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, you're not alone. Most high-income earners are secretly broke, trapped in a cycle of overspending, debt, and financial mistakes they don't even realize they're making. In this video, I'm going to expose the brutal truth about why so many high earners stay poor, and more importantly, how you can escape before it's too late. Number 1. Lifestyle inflation, the silent wealth killer. The more you make, the more you spend. It's a trap nearly everyone falls into. A higher salary feels like permission to upgrade your life. You move into a bigger house, drive a luxury car, dine at expensive restaurants, and book exotic vacations. But here's the problem. None of these things build wealth. They simply increase your cost of living, making you more dependent on your paycheck. Many high-income earners don't realize they're locking themselves into a financial prison where they must maintain a high income just to cover their expenses. The key to breaking this cycle is keeping your expenses the same, even when your income increases. Instead of inflating your lifestyle, channel that extra money into investments, savings, or income-generating assets. The goal isn't to work just to afford more, it's to work toward financial freedom. Number 2. You own too many liabilities and not enough assets. A high income doesn't mean much if all your money is tied up in things that cost you money instead of things that make you money. A fancy car, a luxury home, expensive furniture, and designer clothes may feel like symbols of success, but they don't contribute to long-term financial stability. If you're spending most of your money on things that lose value, you're setting yourself up for financial failure. The difference between the wealthy and those who just look wealthy is how they spend their money. Wealthy individuals put their money into assets that appreciate over time, such as stocks, rental properties, businesses, or other income-producing investments. Before buying something, ask yourself, does this put money into my pocket or does it take money out? That single question can change your financial future. Number 3. You have no clear financial plan. Earning six figures doesn't mean much if you don't know where your money is going. Many high-income earners spend first and save what's left over, which often means they save nothing at all. They assume they don't need a budget, but the truth is, without a structured financial plan, your income disappears quickly into bills, impulse spending, and lifestyle creep. A financial plan isn't about restricting yourself, it's about being intentional. The solution is to control your money before it controls you. Use a system like the 50-30-20 rule, 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for investments and savings. For more on that, watch this video that I did on budget. Even better, set up automated transfers so money is invested before you even have a chance to spend it. Number 4. You're carrying too much debt. Debt is the silent wealth destroyer. Many high-income earners assume they can afford their car payments, credit card balances, and student loans, so they don't aggressively pay them off. But over time, interest payments drain your wealth. Think about it. Every month, a portion of your paycheck is going straight into the pockets of banks and lenders instead of building your future. The worst part? The more you earn, the more lenders are willing to loan you, trapping you in an endless cycle of borrowing. The key is to prioritize paying off high-interest debt as quickly as possible while avoiding unnecessary new debt. The less money you owe, the more financial freedom you gain. And moving forward, avoid financing lifestyle purchases. If you can't buy it in cash without hurting your finances, you can't afford it. Number 5. You rely on a single source of income. A high salary might feel secure, but if you're 100% dependent on one paycheck, you're actually in a risky position. What happens if you lose your job? What if an economic downturn hits your industry? Many six-figure earners are just one layoff away from financial disaster. The wealthy understand that one income stream is never enough. To build true financial security, you need multiple streams of income. This could be through side businesses, rental properties, dividend stocks, online courses, or even YouTube channels. The more streams of income you have, the less reliant you are on a single paycheck. Your salary should fund investments that work for you, so that even if your job disappears, your income doesn't. Number 6. You're not investing enough or at all. Having a high income means nothing if you're not putting your money to work. Many high-income earners believe their salary alone is enough for long-term wealth, but that's not true. Inflation is constantly reducing the value of your cash, and if your money isn't growing, it's shrinking. Wealthy individuals don't just work for money, they make their money work for them. The best way to do that? Invest in appreciating assets. Whether it's stocks, index funds, real estate, or business ventures, the key is to start investing early and consistently. Even small monthly contributions can turn into millions over time thanks to compound growth. Wealth isn't about what you earn, it's about what you keep and grow. Number 7, you don't track your spending. One of the biggest mistakes high-income earners make is assuming that because they make good money, they don't need to budget. But the reality is, if you don't track your expenses, you'll spend far more than you realize. Small daily purchases, grabbing coffee, dining out, random Amazon buys, add up quickly, and before you know it, thousands of dollars are gone. Tracking your spending forces awareness. Use a budgeting app or review your bank statements regularly to see where your money is going. The goal isn't to cut out all spending, but to spend with purpose. Number 8, you prioritize looking rich over being rich. Many high-income earners fall into the status trap. They feel pressure to look successful, even if it means going broke. They focus on looking successful instead of actually being successful. They lease luxury cars, buy designer brands, and live in expensive neighborhoods to impress people who don't even care. The problem? None of this builds long-term wealth. They also post about expensive vacations, but behind the scenes they're living paycheck to paycheck. Social media makes this worse, encouraging people to spend money they don't have to impress people who don't care. Truly wealthy people don't need to show off their money. They let their investments do the talking. Instead of focusing on status symbols, shift your mindset to investing in assets that grow over time. Real wealth isn't loud. It's built quietly through smart financial decisions. Number 9, you don't have an emergency fund. A high salary doesn't protect you from unexpected expenses. Medical emergencies, car repairs, job loss, or sudden life changes can throw your finances into chaos. Many high-income earners don't prioritize an emergency fund because they assume their paycheck will always be there. But financial security means being prepared for the unexpected. A good rule of thumb is to have at least 6 months' worth of expenses saved in an easily accessible account. This keeps you from relying on credit cards or loans when life happens. Number 10, you haven't defined financial freedom. Making a lot of money is great, but what's the end goal? Many high-income earners keep working and spending without ever asking themselves why. They chase promotions, bigger paychecks, and more responsibility, but never define what financial freedom actually looks like for them. The key is to set clear financial goals. Do you want to retire early, travel the world, start your own business? Knowing your end goal allows you to build a financial plan that supports it, rather than just working endlessly with no real destination. If you're making a high income but still feel broke, now you know why. The difference between being rich and being broke isn't about how much you earn, it's about how you manage it. Start making changes today. Invest, budget, avoid debt, and build multiple streams of income. If this video was helpful, subscribe for more financial tips and comment below. What's the biggest financial mistake you've made?